Hey guys, it's Kayla, and for today's video, I'm going to be telling you some of my embarrassing middle school stories. I've been wanting to do like a story time on my channel for a really long time, and I thought that this would be a good topic because I have a lot of embarrassing memories from 7th grade, and I feel like a lot of my viewers are in 7th grade right now or around that age. I hope that you guys will get a laugh out of this video. I'm just gonna get started and tell you some of my most cringy stories from 7th grade. So I'm gonna start off with the first day of school. Yeah, starts that early. So on the first day of school, I had a mission. I was gonna make tons of friends and I was gonna be popular. That did not happen. It was during gym class. Like I said, I really wanted to make friends, and we were all playing basketball and just kind of talking, getting to know the school still, and so I thought, wow, this is perfect. I'm gonna go start talking to some people. So anyways, I find these two girls that looked nice, I guess. They weren't really talking to anyone, so I'm like, oh, bingo. Anyways, their names were Hannah and Bianca, and I was like, hey, I'm Kayla, like, blah, 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 blah. I don't even remember what we were talking about, but the part that I do remember, okay. So, gym class was over, and we had to go sit on the bleachers, because I guess the teacher was going to talk to us more about, like, the requirements for the year, and what you need to do, and what you need to bring, and all that stuff. So we were sitting on the bleachers, waiting for the teacher, and, I was sitting next to my two new friends, and I was trying to think of a conversation starter, okay? So, you want to know what I say? I go,
so, do you like boys?
And Bianca goes,
Well, of course, I'm not a lesbian.
and I was just like, whoa, like I didn't even know what a lesbian was. And I honestly thought that was like the most normal, most clever conversation starter ever, because I was thinking, oh yeah, they'll tell me who they like, I could tell them who I like, but no, Bianca did not like this question. Don't ever use that as a conversation starter, okay? So for my second story, I think that I talked about this in my most embarrassing stories video, but oh my god, this still irks me, okay? So it's actually really funny now. We were all taking a math test, and my teacher said, okay, whenever you guys are done with this math test, I want you to put a stamp on it for your parent to sign, and then you're gonna put it in this little box or whatever. And I guess I wasn't paying attention to where it was, like I was listening, but I wasn't looking with my eyes, so. Anyway, I did the math test. I was one of the first ones done, surprisingly. I got up and I was looking all around and I couldn't find where to turn the papers or the stampers, so I'm like, crap, I gotta figure this out. I was standing up, kind of looking around, and all eyes were on me, so I'm like, okay, you know what, I gotta figure out where to turn this in because this is really awkward. And so I literally like made 2 circles around the classroom. My teacher probably thought that was the weirdest person ever, but this is the best part. Okay, I thought, you know what, I have to try anything. So what do? Okay, I go up to her desk, which she was sitting at, and I grabbed the closest thing to a stamper. Okay, I grabbed this ABC block. It was literally a decoration, okay? And I take it from her desk and I stamp my paper with it. I mean, I didn't actually stamp it because obviously it wasn't a stamper, but like I put the block against my paper and then put it back. She didn't say anything to me. She just looked at me, and I said,
Where do we turn in the papers?
and then she pointed in the direction where we turned the paper. She didn't even say one word to me. She just looked at me like I had 10 heads, and I don't blame her, honestly. Eventually, I found the stamper that was next to the area where we turned in the papers, but that happened. Okay, and now for the last story. Alright, so this was actually, it was not only embarrassing, but it was scary. So, I was part of this theater group, and every single Thursday we had rehearsal, alright? We always have it at the same place. My mom drove me into rehearsal, and it was just a typical Thursday, you know, nothing special. And I get out of the car, whatever, I walk in, and I see that there's like an ice cream social or something going on, like there's random people, I don't know, it's super duper duper crowded. I mean, this cafeteria was packed, and so I was thinking, like, what is this? Like, where is everybody? So I thought, oh, maybe they're in the music room or somewhere else. I go into the hallway and I'm looking, and I looked at all the rooms that we could possibly be in, and no one was there. Like, I couldn't see anyone that I recognized. I was kind of freaking out, and at the time I did not have a cell phone. Actually, I had like a flip phone, but I didn't always bring it with me because it wasn't necessary. Yeah, I didn't have a cell phone. I couldn't call my mom. I was literally stranded at this place. She had already left, and I had been there for about 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I was starting to panic, and I thought, you know what, I have to get hold of a phone because that is the only way. I'm not gonna sit here all night until my mom picks me up. I had to get a hold of a phone somehow, and I go up to the janitor, okay? This took a lot of courage for me because I was super duper duper shy in 7th grade. And I said,
"Excuse me, my mom dropped me off at the wrong place. Can I please borrow your phone?"
and at first the guy kind of looked at me like, what? He actually said he didn't have a cell phone, which I find that very hard to believe. But he told me that I could use the phone in like the janitor's room or whatever. So I used that big old phone and I called my mom and she felt so bad. But yeah, it was so scary. And oh my god, I just remember not knowing what to do and thinking that I was literally just like gonna be stranded there forever. Yeah, so those were some of my more memorable, interesting stories from 7th grade. If anything really awkward or embarrassing has ever happened to you while you were in school or out of school or just anything that's happened to you embarrassing in your life, please share them in the comments down below because I would love to hear about your awkward, embarrassing moments too. I really hope that you all enjoyed watching this video. Definitely give this video a thumbs up if you would like me to do more story times, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!